I have a dilemma where I'm constantly booked up for about 2 weeks, but nothing past that. But once those 2 weeks are about done with work, then I'm booked up for another 2 weeks, and it just goes on and on like that. I don't really do any ads at all. It's all 100, about 90% of my work is all referrals
Mhm.
through Facebook groups here locally.
Mhm.
So I've never spent any money on ads, but I hit a plateau where I can't make any more money than what I'm doing now because I'm in the field and not out doing estimates when I'm getting calls.
Yep.
So at what point do I hire somebody that could take my spot, or I don't know, maybe even hire a sales guy or something to go and do that type of work, the estimates and stuff like that.
So let me get a couple things. So, in your opinion, if you spent less time on the truck and more time in sales, would you grow the business more?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I already closed. I think I closed like 7 out of 10 jobs.
Okay. And so, how much do you pay your team members out in the field working?
Well, I'm embarrassed to say.
You're
So
fine.
I have really good workers. We do concrete work.
Yep.
I pay them a daily rate, and it's 450 a day.
Awesome. Don't be ashamed of that. Let's go, dude. I'm psyched for you. Awesome. All right. So $450 a day. Fantastic. Nothing to be ashamed there. Let's assume that's like what, $50 an hour on average, you think?
Well, actually, in concrete, when you're just finishing, it's really only 4 hours, and
Got
you're
it.
done.
So you're paying like 80, $100 an hour for a labor.
Correct.
And is that
Correct.
and just to be clear, that's what you are paying your team members, not what they're making, correct?
That's what I'm paying them.
Got
That's
it.
what they make a day.
Got it. Sorry, my bad. I phrased that wrong. My apologies. I meant for the customer. So that's fantastic. Okay, great. So you're paying these guys really good for like half a day's worth of work. They're making like $100 an hour essentially. And the thing is this: if you went out instead of doing the field work itself and went out and did the work doing the sales, do you think you could double the business relatively quickly?
I could for sure because when I get a phone call, I'm constantly getting phone calls when I'm in the field,
Hmm.
and it just kind of ruins. It doesn't ruin my day, but it just slows me down. It
Hmm.
gets me. I'm super focused at work, and then I get calls, and then for the next 10, 15 minutes, I'm like lost.
Yep. So, in my opinion, those calls that you're doing are probably 2 to 3 times more valuable than the doing of the work. And if you're paying people that much per hour to do the work, I don't think you're going to have a big problem trying to find people to do the job. And so, in my opinion, you are more scarce as a salesperson than you are as a laborer. You can find someone to replace you. And if you think it's going to double the business, I'd do that all day long if I had to pay someone $400 a day. That's like 100 grand a year, 80 grand a year, whatever it is that you're paying per team member is going to be the unlock for you to probably make what, like, if you doubled the business, how much more revenue would that be?
Well, just last month we were at like 70K revenue.
Got it. So early
So, and this
business,
this month we're on track for more.
got it. So you're probably at a run rate like 80 to $90,000 per month in revenue right now, and you're growing quickly. All right. You probably get that to 150 to 180,000 a month in revenue in the next 12 to 24 months if and only if you focus on the sales side. And that role is a higher value task and harder to fill, by the way, than a labor. Like right now, if I told you go find someone that can go sell these jobs and these contract jobs versus go find someone that's willing to work for 80 to $100 an hour doing concrete, I would venture to believe it'd be easier for you to find someone to work out in the field.
100%.
So then it's an easy decision.
100%.
Like you're trying to replace yourself. You either gotta replace yourself on the sales side or you gotta replace yourself on the field side. It so happens that you are able to pay a gobs amount of money for the field. You're gonna be able to find someone no problem. The other side is almost impossible to fill, and that's why you haven't got anyone to do it. I'd just say go do that 110%. You can afford it, by the way, and go find a laborer to do your current job for you. Like you're one hire away from doubling the business.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for the advice.
You got it, brother. Best of luck to you. Concrete, making $100 an hour. I'd do that job. Let's go.